Thursday, January 12th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and we had our storm system pull through yesterday. Did cause some severe weather. Unfortunately, looks like most likely a tornado pushed through parts of the foothills from Rutherford into Burt counties. Pretty rare to get a tornado in the foothills in January. That is certainly not an everyday occurrence, and the storm survey is being conducted to find out for sure if it was tornadic damage. I have a suspicion that it was. There was a pretty good rotational couplet at the time that the damage was occurring in those areas, and we'll of course know more about if it was a tornado for sure, and if it was a tornado, how strong it was later today. Moving on to the radar imagery this morning, there's our previous system, a lot of rain, some snow involved into the northeast, and then most of the precipitation you see here in the Mississippi Valley is in the form of snow. In fact, there's a webcam shot, one of the DOT cameras this morning from St. Louis. The snow flying in places like St. Louis on up through Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan this morning. There's the water vapor imagery and a very well-defined upper level disturbance just plunging southeast through the plains, and that is driving an Arctic cold front eastward. There's the watch, warning, and advisory situation this morning. All the white shady counties, some form of winter weather related product, and that does extend into the mountains of the Virginias and the North Carolina mountains for a quick shot of snow coming by this evening and tonight. Several inches of snow likely in many mountain spots. Now, the blue shady counties, which do include a lot of the foothills in the Piedmont, the upstate of South Carolina, some of the Midlands too, those are all wind-related products. Mainly lake wind advisories, but there are some high wind warnings up in the mountains. Across the foothills and the Piedmont, some wind gusts today, 30, 35 miles per hour. Could be some 55 and 60 mile per hour wind gusts, even higher in some mountain spots. Now, there's a look at the RPM modeling. This is a shot valid at 8:30 this evening. Notice it's snowing pretty heavily at that point in time in parts of the northwestern North Carolina mountains. Still some scattered snow flurries or snow showers all the way back through Middle Tennessee and into the Tennessee Valley region, even down toward Birmingham, Alabama. It's not going to be a big deal once you're outside of the mountains, but again, several inches of snow up in the mountains. It looks like for the Piedmont and the foothills of North Carolina, mainly a quick shot of some rain showers, although in the northern foothills could be a few snowflakes mixed in too. There's that potent disturbance driving an Arctic cold front our way, and there's the look by tomorrow afternoon. Also notice kind of a chaotic pattern behind it. Several other disturbances swinging through. One of those moves in by Saturday evening. I think it'll mainly be dry, but just kind of reinforcing the chilly air mass here across the region as a whole. Now, we get out to Wednesday of next week, and this is what I was talking about in the previous editions of the video, that even though as we get into next week, a lot of the core of the cold air is going to want to stay bottled up off to our north, any of these disturbances that move through could amplify and drive another cold front through, and now that looks like it is going to happen for the second half of next work week. I'll talk more about the longer range here in just a moment. There's a look at the GFS this afternoon and this evening. Notice that quick shot of precip with that Arctic cold front zipping through the region. And then we're into that colder air by late tonight and tomorrow. It'll be a much, much colder day tomorrow. Breezy conditions, highs in the 40s across the Piedmont. It'll be some 20s for many mountain highs tomorrow. Saturday, sunshine but chilly. 40s for highs, 20s for lows, and notice here Sunday morning, a little bit of precipitation being generated with one of those disturbances in the mountains. Could be another quick little shot of some snow up that way. And looks like Sunday afternoon will be sunny and chilly, still fairly breezy with that reinforcing shot of chillier air moving in. All right, Monday, we begin to see the air mass try to modify a bit. I still think a lot of the Piedmont will be in the 40s for highs, and then we get a rain chance by Tuesday. And I guess I still can't rule out if the precipitation were to get in early enough Tuesday morning, there could be a brief little chance of some wintry precip, but there's just no cold air damming here, at least in terms of high pressure wedging down. Big southwest flow. This is just a cold front basically coming through Tuesday, and you're not going to get any significant precip with that type, significant wintry precip rather, with that type of setup. And this is Tuesday early evening, and then by Wednesday we see that next push of colder air settling on in. Now let's talk about the longer term ideas. European model on the left, GFS on the right, and again by that point in time you have the big block which has gone up from Alaska or west of Alaska across the pole on both models. One difference here, and it's kind of a key difference, the European does want to develop some ridging near Greenland. And that's some signs of a negative NAO trying to form on the European model. And sure enough, there's the NAO chart here. The blue line, that's the European operational model, plunging that NAO toward negative territory by the 20th to 22nd of the month. Now let's take a look at the upper levels here. This is the hemisphere view. This is a look at that ridge going up in Alaska on the European model by Monday. And as that occurs, it forces that coldest air in the hemisphere into Canada as we get later on next week. And again, there's that ridging going up near Greenland. The result in terms of temperatures at 5,000 feet, this is today. And then we go all the way out to Monday, and you can see that very, very cold air has been dislodged into Canada. And it's simply then a matter of when or if we get any little amplifications of the pattern that could send any of that down into the southeast. I've not changed my ideas at all here. I still think the sustained cold probably stays largely bottled up off to our north, but all it takes is a little bit of an amplification of one of these little disturbances to send a push of cold air into the southeast. Also, you're looking, if the European is correct, we're trying to pop some ridging near Greenland. You could try to see that more significantly nose into the southeast, but I'm not sold on that solution just yet. A couple more panels. GFS in the longer range. This is Monday the 22nd, another storm system moving through, and then all the way out at the 27th and 28th, another system moving in. So, signs that the pattern is going to stay active, and if you get some degree of cold air damming with one of these systems, with all that cold air that's pretty significant close by, you could wind up with a winter weather threat or two at some point later this month, even though the modeling as a whole doesn't look that cold for the southeast. It would only take a minor amplification or a significant cold air damming episode to give some folks a shot, some wintry precip down the road, but nothing definitive at the moment. All right, that is it for today. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy the milder weather today. It turns much colder tomorrow. Have a great day. God bless.